Namaste yogis, welcome. Thank you so much for joining me today. So today's class is about working with our hips, our core, and also a little bit of upper body strength. So make sure that you do whatever it is, any adjustments that you need to make it more accessible to you today. I will be showing you the variations because some of these ones myself, I won't be doing the full version. So you just do what feels right. You may have a blanket handy, and if you want to have a strap or a belt, it also helps with adjustments, all right? So we're going to start laying down on our backs on Savasana. So go ahead, take a few moments to settle back on the ground. So you want to really get comfortable here. Extend your legs. You can have your legs wide apart. Relax on your back. Move your head side to side. Maybe draw your shoulder blades together and down, and bring your hands by your sides, palms up. And just find a place where it feels just right for you to rest your hands. Sometimes the palms want to rotate, flip down, and your shoulder want to internally rotate. To avoid that, maybe move your hands farther away from the body, and that will open up your shoulders. And maybe walk your legs away from your hips, releasing and creating space between the head of the femur and the hip socket, allowing your hips to soften onto the ground. Notice the curvature of your spine, and if there is any pinching sensation, any discomfort on your lower back, you can always bend your knees, rest your foot soles on the floor, tuck your tailbone, and even allow your knees to rest towards each other. So whichever version feels right for you. Go ahead and bring the awareness down to your feet. Relax your toes. Relax your foot soles. Relax the top of your feet. Relax your ankles. Relax your lower legs. Relax your knees. Relax your thighs, your buttocks. Notice the way your hips land on the floor, if you feel even or you feel a little bit rotated. Notice your shoulders, let them be heavy. Relax your throat, relax your neck, relax the back of your head. Feel the weight of your arms, relax your fingers, and allow them to curl naturally into your palms. No tension, no effort, just relaxation. And then observe your breath without controlling, just notice. Once you sync with your breath, see if you can start elongating it. And with each round, see if you can start sending the breath a little further down into your tummy. Expand into your back body and side grips. And when you exhale, close your lips like a tiny O. And if you can whistle, you may whistle. If whistling is not your thing, just keep that tiny O and blow the air through the mouth. Inhale through your nostrils as you close your lips. You may whistle or tiny O, blowing the air out with a little bit of pressure so that the exhalation elongates. Breathing in through the nostrils, your mouth is closed. Wet your whistle and go. Inhale through the nostrils. whistle exhalation. Focus on the sensations of this breath and also focus on the sound, if any, even if it's not a whistling sound, the sound of the air leaving your body as you put a little bit of pressure. This technique is wonderful to calm your mind. It helps to cleanse you from all of the toxins, but also it helps to cleanse your energy. So all of those stresses and all of those energies that we have been picking up throughout this last few weeks, so just let the whistle breath help you to release it. Breathe in through your nostrils, expand. Four more breaths on your own. Return to your normal breath after you finish this last round. Observe. Send your breath and awareness down to your feet. Wiggle your toes and fingers. Move your feet side to side, your hands. Stretch your arms overhead and tense every muscle from toes to fist. Tight, tight, tight. Prune face. Exhale, release. Again, inhale deeply. Stretch and tense. Tight, 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 tight. Wrinkle your face. Exhale, release. Last one, make it count. Inhale deeply. Flex or point your feet. Squeeze every muscle, maybe spread your toes or curl them, and when you're ready, exhale, release. Bend your knees, bring your foot soles on the floor, and move your knees side to side. You can bring your feet and knees as wide apart as it feels right. You can keep your arms overhead or bring them at a T position, your choice. Make sure it feels all right on your shoulders, your neck. One more round on each side. So we started maybe moving to the right, finish to the left, or whatever feels right. Bring your knees in, hug them, and press them against the chest. And you want to press your body against the floor. And as you hold this gentle compression of your belly, move side to side. So we normally do the rocking with the knees loose, but we're going to try to firmly press them against ourselves. Without overdoing it, try not to let your shoulders come up to your ears. Relax your neck, don't put any pressure there. Relax your face and your jaw. And when you're ready, come back to center. Keep your legs maybe 90-degree angle, maybe flex your feet, and bring your arms out to the sides, maybe T position, draw your blades together. Inhale deeply here, and bring your right foot towards the floor. And as you exhale, bring yourself up again. Inhale, other side. Exhale, knee back up. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale slowly, left foot down. Exhale. 3 more rounds on each side. Two more rounds. Move slowly, move mindfully. Think about pressing your body onto the floor. Last round. With control, as you inhale, release your footstools on the ground. And as you exhale, tuck your tailbone. Take a few moments here. Observe. Now when you're ready, bend your elbows and bring your elbows as close to your rib cage as it feels right. Your palms will be facing towards your face. Thumbs out to the sides. Watch for your neck. Now when you are ready, bring your knees again towards the chest, flex your feet. And as you take your next inhalation, extend your right leg forward and bring the opposite arm back. So you keep that elbow bent and your fingertips go towards the floor. As you exhale, knee and elbow return to starting position. Other side, inhale. Exhale. While we continue to move, remember, try to keep your back against the floor. Your feet might be flexed, and you're moving at your own pace. Last round. Inhale, footstools back onto the floor. Tuck your tailbone, release your knees towards each other, feet out to the sides. Relax your hands. So you walk your feet slightly wider apart and let your knees just rest at the center, holding one another. Close your eyes, watch your breath for a few moments. Notice your heartbeat. One more breath. When you are ready, bend your knees, bring them in towards your chest. Adjust so you may rest your back again towards the floor. Bring your arms at a goal pose posture and bring your hands into Adi Mudra. So you close your fist with your thumb in. Flex your feet maybe. And as you take your next inhalation, you're going to bring that right knee out. Exhale, bring it back up. Other leg, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Slowly and mindfully, moving at your own pace. Don't worry about bringing your knee too far out. Watch how much you're trying to press that thumb with your fingers. Try to keep a firm yet relaxed mudra. You don't want to over tense those hands. This mudra helps to send the prana to your core. We'll do one more round on each side. So we started right. So we do one more round, right and left. And when you're ready, rest your feet onto the floor. Tuck your tailbone, release your legs, hands by your side. Watch breath. Inhale, bend your knees, bring your footstools on the floor, tuck your tailbone, bring your knees towards the chest, have 90-degree angle of the knees and possibly the elbows. Your hands might drop a little bit, but just be aware of that. Try to keep them in line to the best of your ability. It's not about perfection. So as you take your next inhalation, open elbows and knees. For your groin and hip flexors here, the iliopsoas, and when you exhale, squeeze your knees back together. Inhale out. Exhale in. Watch for those mudras. Inhale. Exhale. There is no goal of touching. If your elbows don't touch, your hands don't touch either. Last one. Keep pressing your floor. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, release your feet onto the floor. Tuck your tailbone, hands by your sides, extend your legs. Close the eyes for a few moments. Notice. Notice the heat you have built in. Notice your heartbeat. Notice your breath. We're going to take 3 whistle breaths here. Inhale through your nostrils. Watch your breath. Bend your knees, bring your foot soles on the floor, and go to your favorite side. And take a few moments once you get there. Just checking in with your body, checking in with your breath. Use your top hand to help yourself up on your next exhalation. And you might have your blanket handy. Some of you might not use blanket, that's fine. Just make sure it's not putting too much pressure on your kneecaps. About fist distance between your knees, and you want to find your tabletop. So try to have fist and a half distance is fine, and you want to have your hands below the shoulders. So sometimes they go slightly forward, and that's okay. Just make sure you feel supported. Your hands can go wider as well. It's all about how your shoulders feel here. Then if you have a big back bend, you might feel the need to go into an arch. So we're going to try to resist that and draw the navel in and pull it up to get our spine as neutral as we can. Awesome. Now from here, as you inhale, extend your right leg back, curl the toes under and press it back. Press your heel back. Your foot is still on the floor, and we're putting equal weight on the hands. See if you can micro bend the elbows. It's just a tiny, tiny bend. Balance your hips. Keep drawing the navel in, and the next time you inhale with control, bring your right leg up. Breathe. We're gonna switch the breath here. Inhale deeply. Press your heel away from you. And as you exhale, you're gonna move your foot sole, your toes down. And it was backwards breath actually. Inhale here, and as you exhale, lift the heel, press it away. Inhale, toes touch. Exhale, lift. Inhale, toes touch. Exhale, lift. 2 more. And toes down as you inhale, and release your knee as you exhale. Awesome. You may sit back on your heels. If you want to come up on your knees, that's okay too. Rotate your wrists or your fists, and bring the top of the hands together and go onto your chicken wings, releasing your shoulders as well. Shake the tension off. And we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. So first we find tabletop position. Draw the navel in, balance the weight evenly on your hands, and when you are ready, extend that left leg back, curl the toes under, press the foot away from you, your heel away from you, and breathe. And really checking what the shoulders are doing, what hand, what shoulder is working more, and trying to even the front body. And now as you take your next exhalation, lift and push that heel away. Inhale with control, toes touch. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Trying to get that right arm working as much as the left. When you are done with your 5 rounds, bring your foot down as you inhale and knee in as you exhale. Sit back, rotate, and shake the tension off. Remember, you can go into your chicken wings if you want. Shoulders back and down. Awesome. Now when you are ready, walk towards the front and go onto your elbows. Walk your knees apart. So you want to hug your elbows, interlace your fingers here for a few moments, and when you are ready, walk your knees back, curl the toes under, and we're going to extend the legs, bringing ourselves onto plank. Push the mat away from you. Breathe. Watch for your mudra. You might be shaking with me. That's okay. One more breath. Inhale, knees down. And exhale, come up onto tabletop position. So that was a release for our wrists and just getting the stabilizers to kick in. So if you felt that shake, then they are active now. Bring your right hand at the center of the mat and bring your right knee towards the center as well. On your next inhalation, extend your left leg towards the back of the mat and rest the foot sole or the inner edge on the mat or on the floor. Open your hip. So your pelvis will be facing the left side of your mat, and reach your hand up. Engage your shoulder blades. Breathe. You want to engage your glutes. Watch for that bottom leg. You want to make sure that this feels right. If you want a deeper extension through your left side, bring your fingertips towards the top. Opening up, rotating here. So for some of us, this is going to be a balancing pose. If you're having trouble with your hands, you can rest your elbow, bring your fingertip towards the left, and open up here. So whichever works for you. One more breath, full deep breath. With control, bring your hand down, rotate your pelvis, pivot your foot, knee down, adjust. Awesome. Now, other side, when you're ready, left hand to the center of the mat, match it with your knee, extend your right leg back, put maybe the edge of the foot on the floor, open your hip, watch for that bottom arm. So you want to stack your joints to the best of your ability, and maybe bring your hand behind you or reach up, engage your blades, engage your glutes. Remember, you can go on your elbow if you need to. If you want a deeper extension, fingertips towards the top. One more breath. Inhale here, bringing that hand down. And exhale, pivot your foot and pelvis, return to center. Maybe sit back on your heels or stay up on your knees, whatever works. Rotate your hands, shake the tension off. Shoulders back and down. Awesome. When you're ready, come up onto tabletop position once more. Curl the toes under on your next inhalation. And as you exhale, slowly and mindfully start sending your weight back. You may use your hands to actually curl the pinkies as well. And stretch here. Try to send your tailbone up. Your belly is against your thighs. Soften your neck, gaze down towards the mat. Equal weight on left and right. Watching for the knees, you can stay higher if your knees are not liking the stretch. If you are comfortable here, then slowly start walking your hands towards the knees. Slowly. Maybe up towards, up the legs. Maybe shoulders back and down. Maybe adjust your pelvis, stack your shoulders. Hakini mudra. The tips of your fingers and thumbs are touching like if you were holding a bowl between your hands. Rest your hands down, close your eyes and breathe. We're gonna take 3 whistle breaths here. Inhale. Open your eyes if they were closed. Walk your hands down back to tabletop. Bring your feet off the mat. Spread your toes wide. Spread them as much as you can. And wiggle them. So you want to tense them and wiggle. And then soften and curl them just a tiny bit. And spread them, tense your toes and wiggle them. Keep breathing. Soften your feet, curl the toes. Last one, spread them, tense them and wiggle. And maybe curl them a little tighter. Relax. And tap the top of the feet on the floor. As fast as you can. Maybe faster. Awesome. Come back to center, curl the toes under, pick up the knees, and push back onto downward dog. And walk that dog. You may move your body side to side, getting a nice deep stretch through whatever feels right. If it feels good, bring one leg up, open your hip, and bring your foot towards the glute. You don't have to, but if it feels right for your hip flexor, you can do that, bringing that knee up. And when you're ready, bring your leg up, release. If you're walking your dog, you stay there. If you're going for 3-legged dog, open your hip, bend the knee, and create some movement here. Watch for the hips. Don't overdo it. And bring your leg up, balance your hips, and bring your foot down. Walk it out. And inhale your knees down onto the floor. And as you exhale, you're going to move your blanket out of the way and walk yourself forward onto your tummy. Big toes touch, heels out, one hand on top of the other. Breathe. We'll take one more breath here, full deep breath. Bring your hands under the shoulders, elbows in towards the body, and then see if you can bring your feet parallel, press your feet down. If you are cramping, try curling the toes under and pick up the knees. See how that puts demand on your lower back as well. See which one you like. When you're ready, bring your hands a little further back. See if your wrist like that. Hug your body with your upper arms and lift your body on your next exhalation. You're gonna make sure you're not putting so much weight on your hands. If you can put less weight even, please go for it. Every time you lift, you check in with your hands. If you're putting all the weight there and when you let go, you rock back down, your feet leave the floor, you have gone too far. So don't make it look a certain way. Always checking in with your lower back. We will put some demand and some gentle compression, but you want to make sure it's not pinching. Engage the scapula, your shoulder blades are moving towards each other and pull them down. We'll take one more breath here, full deep breath. If you have your toes curled, uncurl them now, and the next time you exhale with control, bring your hands in front of your mat, one on top of the other, rest your forehead down. Bend your knees and windshield wipe your feet. Next time you inhale, come back to center. Exhale, release your feet onto the floor. When you are ready, bring your arms forward, shoulder width apart. Walk your legs wide apart and press the top of the feet on the floor. Before we start doing anything, tuck your tailbone, press your pubic bone onto the ground, squeeze your buttocks. Now as you inhale, start walking inch by inch, your hands in towards the body. Keep your hands shoulder width apart. If you need to go wider than that, that's okay. Depending on your lower back, some of us will stay down here, that's fine. If this is too much for your shoulders, rest your elbows on the floor for Sphinx. If you're comfortable here or here, continue to press your pubic bone down, draw your shoulders down, your blades together, gaze goes forward, maybe gaze goes up. It really will depend on what your back is saying. Do listen to it. Watch for your neck. Then maybe to open up our shoulders, open the eyes of the elbows, let them face forward. Some of you might walk a little higher. Some of you might have to move the fingertips out to the sides. Notice what feels right for you. From wherever you are, here on this, the wooden soldier posture or Sphinx pose, tuck your chin onto your chest and move it side to side. Stimulating the adrenal glands on this back bend. When you are ready, bring yourself back to center, gaze forward or up, and with control, inch by inch, bring your arms forward just like you came up. You go down mindfully and with control. Stack your hands or your fists under the forehead. Bend your knees, bring your foot soles together, walk your knees wider apart and allow your feet to relax towards the floor. They don't have to touch the floor, by the way. Some of you may, but don't make it a goal. Try to keep your pelvis nicely touching the ground evenly, or see if you can feel it balanced. One more breath, full deep breath. With control, as you inhale, bring your feet up, knees together. exhale, feet down, hands under the shoulders, and push yourself up. Curl the toes under, pick up the knees, and go up onto your downward facing dog. And we'll take a few moments here to stretch in this downward dog. You can walk it out or stay still, balancing the weight on left and right. Think about tilting your pelvis so your tailbone is rising, your chest is moving towards the thighs, your toes are not gripping, and your hands are evenly pressing down and forward. Remember that external rotation of the shoulders, so you want to move the eyes of the elbows to the front of your mat, moving your shoulder blades away from each other. We always say blades together, so this time is the opposite. Relax your neck, move your head, yes, no. We'll take one more breath here, full deep breath. Next time you inhale, bring your knees down onto the floor. And as you exhale, sit back on your heels, shoulders back and down, and shake the tension off your hands, rotate your wrist. Awesome. Hands on your hips, come up on your knees, and step forward with your right foot. Curl the back toes under, and as you exhale, pick up the back leg and walk towards the front of the mat. Walk it out. Find your Tadasana, so about a fist distance between the big toes. Heels are wider apart. Balance your pelvis, shoulder blades together, hands by your sides. Maybe let your toes rise, close your eyes if you're comfortable, and you want to think about moving your navel in towards the spine and pulling it up to create an elongation of your spine. Don't let your hips sink back. Breathe. Slightly tuck your chin, maybe close your eyes. Notice where in your body you are putting your weight, left or right. Relax your hands, relax your arms, but keep your shoulders externally rotated, but maybe your palms will face your body this time, that's fine. Strong mountain pose. Next time you inhale, bring your hands on the hips, and as you exhale, step back with your left foot and turn towards the long end of the mat. Toes are facing forward. Once again, adjust your pelvis, draw your rib cage in, lengthen through the spine. Maybe gaze goes up as you inhale. And as you exhale, bend your knees a lot, hinge at the hips, and move your hands down. Now, find what works for you. If this is too much, you can go near a wall or a chair and rest your hands there with your knees bent. If you have blocks handy, you could also rest your hands on blocks. Soup cans will also help if you don't have blocks. And some of you might bend the knees more and rest either the fingertips or flat hands on the ground. Have your hands down under the shoulders and check in with the shoulders first. Lift the toes, and as you take your next inhalation, right arm goes out to the side, rotate your torso a little bit, gaze maybe follow the hands, watch for the neck, however. When you exhale with control, bring your hand down. Keep gazing to the back of the hand. And exhale down. Weight goes to the heels. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Slow, mindful movement. Some of you will be comfortable extending the legs. You can do that, but make sure this is not putting any pressure on your lumbar spine. Once your left hand returns to the floor, heel to your feet closer just a little bit. Bend your knees a lot. Hands on your thighs. Come up halfway. Shoulders away from the ears. Rise your toes. With control, and on your next exhalation, walk your hands up the legs. Shoulders back and down. Palms face forward maybe. Close your eyes. Observe. And when you are ready, open your eyes, hands on your hips. Allow your right toes to point out to the right. So you have a short stance, don't go too wide. Lengthen through the spine as you inhale. And as you exhale, bring your right hand on your lower back and your left arm in front of you and towards your right, facing the right foot. Breathing deeply here. The back foot stays on an angle, so the outer edge of your foot might be parallel to the long end of the mat. If this is too much for your hip or your knee, turn your back toe slightly in. That's okay. And just make sure it feels good on your hips and your knees. So you're rotating your pelvis, you're rotating your torso. Inhale here. Now, as you exhale, move towards that right foot. And then slowly bring your hand down. So some of you are quite flexible and will go all the way down to the floor. So try to keep that length. That will work definitely for your hips. We keep that right hand on the lumbar spine. We balance the pelvis. Feet are active. Knees are extended, but don't lock them. And if it's too much, you can always bend that knee as much as needed. Find that center, draw the navel in and up. Bring your left arm forward. Breathe. Next time you exhale, and with control, reach up. And rotate to center, pivot your back foot. Bring your hand behind you, shoulders back and down. When you are ready, turn your left toes out towards the left. If that right foot needs to adjust, you're welcome to do that. Now, when you are ready, you're going to bring your arm in front of you, pointing towards the left toes. Roll your shoulders back and down, lengthen through the spine. And take your time. Do not hesitate, and check here for a few breaths. Allow your knee to talk to you. Maybe it's already talking. Make sure you turn your foot so that the knee pressure disappears. Squeeze your bum and your navel, draw it in and up, lengthen through the spine. And when you're ready, we're going to hinge towards that front foot and then release yourself down. So checking with your pelvis, turning. Sometimes when we go down, we turn towards the torso and we keep the pelvis stuck. And then we think that we are not flexible on our hamstrings. But if you actually take your pelvis with you and hinge right from the hips, then you will find more neutrality. Watch for that front knee, don't lock it. Balance your pelvis. Each side will feel different depending what's going on. Breathe. If you're quite flexible, do not collapse on the floor. And as you inhale, reach forward with that right arm. And as you exhale, pull that arm up and turn to the front. Shoulders back and down. Awesome. Adjust your feet, toes point forward. Once again, shoulders back and down. Bring your hands right onto the SI almost. So you want to bring your hands on your sacrum, on a little bit lower. Fingertips down towards the glute, elbows in towards each other. They don't have to be too close. Just pull them with control inwardly so your shoulder blades are engaging as well. Your triceps will be engaging. Lengthen through the spine. Inhale, gentle back bend. So lifting your collarbone. Squeezing those elbows in. The next time you exhale, bend your knees a little bit or a lot. Hinge at the hips and bring yourself down. Your hands are still resting back. You're not using your arms. You're keeping pushing the elbows back. Don't worry about how far you go. Make sure this is feeling good on your back, your shoulders, your hips, your knees. If there is high blood pressure, keep the head above the chest. Next time you exhale, engage your glutes, bend your knees a lot, and slowly and with control come up. Release your hands, shoulders back and down. Shake the tension. Walk your feet closer together. Shake, shake. Awesome. Our balancing pose. We have been working with 3 poses, so we're going to go ahead and do our Virksasana once again. So you want to have your Tadasana, mountain pose. Squeeze your bum, tuck your tailbone, bend your right knee and open out to the right. Bring your foot sole in. Try to keep your foot lower than you normally go for. And then slowly start gliding that foot up. Push your knee out to the side. Bring your hands into peace sign. And keep your hands by your sides. Throw your blades together. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, down. Inhale. Exhale. 3 more. Imagine as if you were just putting all that pranic energy, reinforcing your aura, strengthening your aura with your mudra, with your breath. Bring your hands together in Namaste position. Knee forward. Extend your foot forward and then release down, walk it out and shake the tension off. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. So when you're ready, squeeze your bum. Bend the left knee and open out to the left. Don't collapse onto your side and bring your foot sole maybe a little lower than you normally go for. Let's see if your body and your mind allowed you to do that. Lift the right toes, prana mudra. Find your balance. And maybe we start bringing that left knee out to the side without rotating with it. So we don't go sideways if possible. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. 3 more. Don't take yourself too seriously. If one side is not working, that's okay. 2 more. And last one. And slowly down. And inhale your knee forward. Extend your foot forward and exhale, release, walk it out and shake the tension off. Awesome. All right, so we're gonna bend our knees, hinge at the hips from Tadasana and go forward. Bend your knees as much as you need to. Rest your tummy against your thighs, round your upper back and let your head dangle. Bend your knees, hinge at the hips, and then once you're down, round your upper back. Breathe. Maybe lift the toes. Maybe hold onto the elbows. Maybe move side to side. You don't have to. Bend your knees a lot. Release your arms down if you were holding your elbows. Hands on your thighs. Come halfway as you inhale. And as you exhale, walk yourself up. Shake the tension off. Awesome. Let's go down onto the floor. No fancy way. Just help yourself down. If you have a blanket and you want to use it, you are welcome to do that. And so you can have it under the tailbone and just tilting your pelvis forward a little bit. I'm going to cross our legs and bring your right leg up. Now, maybe hold the heel and the knee, sit up tall, and rock the baby. Maybe not. Maybe that feels too much, so stay back here. That's fine. You can hold differently too. Just make sure it feels good on your knee. Some of you will bring the leg and bring that heel against the elbow and maybe interlace your fingers. Try to keep your ankle and your knee at the same level and keep your body elongated and upright. Keep activating that foot. And when you're ready, soften and move a little more. On your next breath, open your knee out to the right, hold with your right foot and bring your foot sole onto the floor. Lengthen through the spine here. Extend your leg, flex the foot, and bring your left foot sole against the thigh. Breathe deeply here. And as you exhale, rotate your torso towards that left knee. Bring your right hand on your left thigh and your left hand on your lower back. Inhale deeply, and as you exhale, gentle side bend towards your right. You are using your hands to support you, but not to hold you on. So if you let go of your arms and you just collapse, try to engage your core, engage your back muscles, suck through the armpits, draw the navel in, lift the pelvic floor, and then go into a gentle side bend. Keep your toes pointing up, maybe spread them. Some of you might bring that right hand on the shin, on the thigh, maybe all the way down onto the floor. Some of you might bring the hand under the leg. Maybe. If it feels okay for your shoulder, reach up with that left hand and maybe go into a side bend. Rotate your torso once more. Remember, you're holding yourself even without the hands. Maybe hold on to your foot or your big toe. Maybe not. Maybe we stay back here. Still really good. Don't overdo it. From wherever you are, reach up with that left hand as you inhale. Exhale, pull yourself up. Shoulders back and down. Awesome. Now from here, bend your knee, and we're going to pass it across the left thigh. Watch for the knee and the toes. Balance your hips so that you allow that right glute to sink onto the ground. Hold the knee with the opposite hand. Bring your right hand behind you. Rotate towards the right. Now, if this is too much, please extend the bottom leg and rotate from here. If this is still too much, you can uncross your leg and rotate here. So each version, it's not a big deal. You want to do your twist, so either way you will still achieve it. And so that's what we're doing here. Opening the nadis, unclogging the nadis, using these shapes, these asanas. All right, from wherever you are, take one more breath, lengthen through the spine, inhale. And as you exhale, rotate your torso forward. Release your hands. See if you can uncross your legs without using the hands. Readjust, maybe without using the hands. And shake the tension, move side to side. Perfect. We're going to cross the legs once more. Sukhasana, this time working with the left leg. So remember, we get the foot, flex it, try not to pull it this way, try to keep it nice and straight. You can hold on the back. You can bring it a little higher. So really checking what works, a little lower. Make sure this is not putting lower pressure on your lower back. And maybe bring your foot against the crease of the arm and hold. Some of you might interlace your fingers and still stretch. Foot is active. Watch for your breath. Maybe go a little bit wider. And when you are ready, you're going to move your leg out to the side, release your foot, readjust if you need to, and then extend your leg on the mat. Spread your toes wide, bring your right foot against the inner thigh. Lengthen through the spine, breathe in. Breathe out, rotate towards your right. Now from here, maybe bring your left hand to your right thigh and your right hand on your lower back. Exhale, side bend to the left. Keep those left toes spreading, keep your foot flexed. Right leg is also active and is pressing down. Breathe. Remember, you have your choices and your hands are just to help you with alignment, not to hold you into the pose. With control, maybe bring that bottom arm on your leg. It will be different, whatever version you did on the other side. You may try to match it, but sometimes it doesn't work. So don't force your body. If you choose to go on to holding your toe or bringing your hand under your leg or stay out here, maybe reach up with your right hand and maybe go on to that extension to get a deeper openness towards the right. Feel that line opening up. Bring your arm behind you, watch for your neck, deepen your breath. Only if this feels good, maybe get some movement. Awesome. When you are ready, you're gonna bring your hand up towards the sky as you inhale, and as you exhale, pull yourself up. Shoulders back and down. Bring that knee in, and we're gonna pass it across. Once again, readjust. If bottom leg needs to be extended, you go for it. Hold the knee with the opposite hand, lengthen through the spine. Next time you exhale, rotate your torso towards the left, and your fingertips might point away from you. Bring your arm behind you. So you could do the same twist without using the hands. If you went all into the twist, and then when you let go, you go somewhere else, you have gone too far. Watch for your breath. One more breath here, full deep breath. With control, next time you inhale, come back to center, lean back, extend your legs, and shake the tension off. Move side to side. Awesome. Finally, maybe readjust on your blanket. Hinge forward, so you may have a strap, maybe not. I will use mine, so you're welcome to use yours. You're gonna place the strap on the balls of the feet. Spread your toes wide and press your legs down. Draw your shoulder blades together and keep your spine neutral. That means that you have a gentle arch on your lower back. So sometimes when we have the legs extended, and without support especially, we tend to round. This is putting a lot of pressure on your lower back, so make sure you lift your hips a little bit, then guide your body forward so that you allow your tailbone to be lifted just a tiny bit. And now from here, take your strap, draw your blades, and breathe. So Paschimottanasana, this forward fold, it's very important that you don't overdo it just so that you can go farther. Try to stay more in that place of elongation, of flexing your feet, drawing your blades together, pressing the crown of the head up, and then breathe. If you are quite flexible and for you it's okay to hinge from the hips and walk and touch your toes, or maybe even resting your rib cage on the thighs, go for it, that's fine. If you like me, find this very tight on your hamstrings, don't do it, because then you're going to put a lot of strain on your lumbar spine. You don't want that. We work with what the body is offering today. We breathe through it, whatever the mind is saying, acknowledge, and then thank you very much, and let it go. We'll take one more breath, full deep breath. With control, inhale, come back to an upright, even if it was a micro, and then release and shake. And we're gonna turn onto our backs, no fancy way. And you have your blanket to the side. I'm gonna put my feet the other way. And then extend your arms, roll your shoulder blades together, close your eyes, and take a few moments here. For our meditation, we're gonna work from here, from Savasana. So when you are ready, bend your knees, actually from Supine Konasana, bend your knees and bring your foot soles on the floor and allow your foot soles to touch. Knees flare. Reach your arms up, draw your shoulders down and into its sockets for Japanese meditation. So for Japanese meditation, remember we stack the elbows and the wrists right over the shoulders, or just find that center of gravity that will keep your arms standing without you tensing or holding. Relax your hands, close your eyes, and watch your breath. And we'll take 5 whistle breaths. Inhale through your nostrils. Next time you inhale, very mindfully and slowly bring your hands down. And as you exhale, knees up, extend your legs, let go. Watch your breath. Three more breaths. And on your next exhalation, wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers, move your feet and your hands, stretch your arms overhead, squeeze your legs as you bring them together, tight fist, prune face, tense, tense, squeeze. Exhale, release. Again, inhale, deeply stretch and tense and squeeze every muscle tight, tight, tight. Exhale, release. Last one, make it count. Inhale, deeply stretch and tense, tight, tight, tight. And exhale, let go. If you need any stretch here, please go for it. Otherwise, when you're ready, bend your knees, rest your feet on the ground, and move onto your favorite side. And once again, we take a moment here to check in. Notice your hips and shoulders. Relax your jaw and your face. Use your top hand to slowly help yourself up on your next exhalation. And when you're ready, find your way onto your comfortable seated position, whatever that is for you. Bring your hands together in Namaste. Relax your shoulders, relax your jaw, your face. Inhale deeply. Exhale. Inhale to Om. Observe your energy, relax your jaw and your face as you rub your hands together. Keep breathing slowly. Mukula Mudra over your eyes. Split your eyes open. Inhale. Side out. Again, breathe in. Side out. Last one. Inhale deeply. Let all tension out. And release your hands. Build up extra good vibes and shower yourself with them, and remember to shake off all tensions and stresses. Don't take them. Thank you so much for watching. You have a wonderful day. Namaste.